I'm probably going to get a bunch of negative comments on this video, kind of like my last eBay promoted listings are a scam video, but honestly, I don't care at this point. I'm genuinely just sharing my personal experiences on this stuff and trying to help you guys save some money and not worry about the things that don't matter. So I'm just going to flat out say it. eBay feedback doesn't matter. I've been dying on this hill for years now. And especially with the newest update they just came out with, it really doesn't matter. So basically this new update that came out like a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago if you're watching this now, I'm not sure when I'm getting it up. If a buyer hasn't left you feedback within 7 days, then eBay will automatically leave you a positive feedback. So it's only going to water down those negative feedbacks even more. Now, I'm not telling you to just go around and be an idiot and be rude to buyers and things and get negative feedback. That's not what this video is about. This is about not letting buyers extort you for positive feedback. This happens far too often where they're just getting nitpicky with the item. Things like, I'm going to leave you a negative feedback if you don't let me return this, or if you don't give me a partial refund. Stop giving buyers this power. Negative feedback does not matter, guys. Especially with this new feature, like it gets so watered down. I've had 10 negative feedbacks on my 2 accounts in just the last year. One of them sitting at 99.8, one of them sitting at 99.7%. It doesn't matter. If you're above like 95%, they do not look at it. It doesn't affect your sales. It doesn't affect the algorithm whatsoever. So stop worrying so much about feedback and worry about actually making sales and making money. The day I stopped worrying about feedback is the day my eBay business went to the next level, and that was several years ago. And like I said, I'm not saying to be an idiot. Obviously, if you make a mistake, if you send the wrong item, accept the return. Don't just be a jerk for no reason. That's not what I'm saying. But stop letting buyers take advantage of you and the fear of negative feedback. Now, obviously, if you're under like 95%, especially with this new policy, then you probably are the problem, because that's pretty bad. You've probably made a bunch of mistakes. So definitely still do damage control if you can. I'm not saying to just be reckless, but don't let buyers extort you for that negative feedback, and stop worrying so much about negative feedback, because it's going to happen. There's bad buyers out there. There's some buyers that no matter what you do, you're never going to meet their expectations. Sometimes you can see this ahead of time when they're just asking a million questions, and sometimes I'll just say, hey man, I don't think this is for you. I recommend not buying this item. Usually they get mad when I say that, but I always try to avoid any problem I can before it happens. And I'm not that desperate to make a sale to have an annoying buyer that I have to deal with. But even if they did make that buy, oh well, go ahead and leave me the negative feedback. I do not care. So again, I'm sure this video is going to get plenty of hate because a lot of people pride themselves on their 100% positive feedback. But the more sales you make, the more impossible this becomes, like I said, with a lot of those buyers that just have unrealistic expectations. So stop worrying so much about feedback and worry about making money. Now, one other thing I should say, I think I read on the new policy is that actually newer sellers, the automatic feedback doesn't kick in until you have 10 normal feedbacks. I think this is to prevent scammers. So it makes sense why they would put that in, because otherwise people would just make a bunch of scammer accounts and just run the feedback up on it. So that definitely makes sense. So if you're just starting out, I would still go off with what I've always said to do, which is have a family member or friend buy something and leave you a positive feedback. That counts as a seller feedback, and that will boost your sales in the algorithm. That'll boost all of your listings in the algorithm. I've done it in a video before, like several years ago, and showed how I did it with one of my friends, and his store absolutely exploded from 0 sales to making like 2 or 3 sales the next day, and he only had like 20 things up. And then once you pass that 10 feedback, it will go automatically, and that's when it just waters down the negatives if you get them. So stop worrying so much about feedback. Can't say that enough. I've been wanting to make this video forever because, like I said, I have been saying this for years, the feedback doesn't matter, and especially now with this new update, it does not matter whatsoever. Just don't be an idiot about it. Obviously, use your common sense. Honestly, I don't even look at my feedback anymore. I'll see the number, like I said, 99.7, 99.8, but I haven't looked at the individual feedbacks in over a year because I don't care. I'm focused on finding the next item to flip. So I know this video will get taken the wrong way, but hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you can see that you don't need 100% positive feedback to make sales, because you see me selling 50 to 100 items every couple days. And I'm genuinely making these videos to help you guys and help you focus on the things that need focus and stop focusing on the things that I see so many people wasting time on, like worrying about their perfect feedback or spending 15% in promoted listings. I got one more of these videos coming, just since that last one riled a bunch of people up about how eBay promoted listings are a scam. So I got one more of these coming. It will be on eBay returns, and I'm sure it will upset a lot of people. Let me know your opinion on this down below. Again, if you disagree with me, I don't care. You're free to run your business how you want to run it. I'm going to run it how I want to run it, and I'm going to share my experiences with you guys along the way. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.